Gluttony. You can't read it, but I can't say its name, because it's one of my characters that I'm developing for my massive, just volumes of books. I'm learning how to draw. I already know how to write, and I want to give a shout out to my 10th grade English teacher, Miss Devitt. Miss Devitt showed me that if I put my mind to it, I could do a research paper last minute and get a B plus. And I know for a fact her class was very difficult. She may have been lenient to some people. I'm not sure if she was lenient on me, because it seemed like I saw a lot of marks on my paper. But I made sure I was grammatically correct, and just shout out to Miss Deb, because that's really the only moment in my life where I could actually see that I could write something. And as I lived my life, everybody has their traumas, their experiences. And for me, that started my writing journey was just a slew of dramatic events that happened throughout my life that led me to, you know what? I'm about to write about some of these things. Now, what I'm writing about is not inherently what I've been through, but this is my artistic viewpoint on these subjects. And gluttony and lust go hand in hand, man. And I don't know if you watch Full Metal Alchemist. That's one of my favorite shows, animes, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I'm definitely inspired by lust and gluttony's dynamic, their relationship. I don't recall the old Full Metal Alchemist too much because, like Death Note and other animes, it's a little too dark for me. Even though Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is definitely, I'm nerding out. If you didn't know, hi, I'm Uncle Josh and I'm a nerd. You're a nerd. But nah, man, you see, in the first one, you see more of an interaction between lust and gluttony. The second was more action-based to get to the point, which I actually like the second one a little bit better, but I do appreciate the first one because the first one has some effects. It's fantastic writing. But man, follow my channel, man, and because you're gonna get something that I don't think anybody's doing. I'm not arrogant enough to say that I'm the only person that's making stories about the 7 sins. You know, they got 7 deadly sins, you know what I'm saying? But my story is not about the sins. It's the war between sin and man. Because there is a war. Every man has an internal battle. And I'm going to take this viewpoint of gluttony because we assume that somebody who's gluttonous is just somebody who just overeats, you know, got that Luffy energy, just meat, no diddy. You know what I'm saying? But phone's ringing. Not gonna answer it right now. Or maybe I should. Hold on. I should. Phone call from my wife, my beautiful, lovely wife. C'est chez bon. Anyways, that was confirmation that I'm on the right track with this gluttonous character, man, because gluttony likes to consume and control. But I ain't gonna say nothing because God don't like ugly. But he knows my heart, and he know I got a bunch of jokes that I would like to come out. I ain't gonna say it though. I ain't gonna say it. But man, I don't even know what to say anymore, man. That's really just like confirmation. But let's just talk about character development, right? Let's move on to character development. Dude, I gotta give my shout out to the people on YouTube who helped me understand the importance of character development, because tons of people write books every day, and especially now that we have AI, they got people online who how to make money making stories using AI and this and that and the other. And I use AI for editing, and I use AI for some things like, you know, hey, if I have this thing in my mind, this idea, let's just say there's a miracle drink in the future that makes your eyes turn colors. Make up an invention of that and give me 10 words and scenarios of how this is made. And whatever my mind thought about, I would choose what I thought it would look like and the name that goes with the story I have. And then I would take that information, excuse me. I would take that information and I would make it my own. You cannot interact with AI and not have some human input. To those people who are artificially putting out lyrics, these bots, these people who not putting their soul on it, You may get some immediate gratification. Oh, I did it so fast. I was so efficient. But how do you feel about it? Did people see your creative process? And this is one of the major reasons why I am showing you. This is just a character profile, front and back. This is just a character profile. I haven't even dived into. Well, actually, I have. I've countless stuff written down that I've typed, written on paper in the old noggin. So this is real. I'm going down a journey of my brain, and a journey of how God made me and how I artistically viewed the world. I'm so into it. I'm learning how to play guitar. I'm planning the soundtrack before the thing is done, and I'm in there, man. Like, follow and subscribe, man. But shout out to Abby Emmons on YouTube. She has so many videos about enneagrams and MTIB or MTBI, personality traits of the character, internal conflict, the wants and needs. Their misbelief is flipped around to show what their goal in life is. And everybody has a misbelief in life. Along this journey of me making these characters, I had to discover what's my internal conflict. That's why it took me so long to get to this point. Because I told people for quite some time that I've been writing a story. Because these traumatic events that I'm speaking of happened some few years ago. And along my journey, I found myself writing about things that I wouldn't want to present to the world. Not because I'm ashamed, because some of these things are very personal. Personal friends, relationship with my father, my mother who's deceased, my brothers and sisters, my cousins. I've met family members who I don't like but deal with. You know who you are. And it rhymes with, I ain't gonna say, but you know who you are. You and your... Let me stop. Anyways, I just found out so much about myself in the writing process. And another shout out to Midnight Crossings. She has a how to make an anime, a manga, how to draw your manga. She's drawn I think her story is called Having Faith. And I know Abby Emmons has a couple of books. I haven't read them, but I'm intrigued to buying them because their videos have been so helpful for me. So I'm probably end up going to purchase it. And more than likely, I'm going to read it. But it's love-based, and my wife's probably going to like it more than I do. But shout out to them. But man, I ultimately want to encourage people to inspire to do something. After we graduate from high school or college or whatever, we tend to stop learning. And there's a lot of people that's out here saying the world is the way it is because everybody's low informed, and there's like these low information voters that are ruining the world and all this and that and the other. We're not low informed. We're low on enthusiasm. Find something that you're gonna be enthusiastic about. It could be writing, it could be painting, it could be gardening, it could be music, it could be whatever. Start at yourself. Start within yourself, then focus on your home. And once you do those things, then you're probably going to find that hobby or that niche of thing. And you don't have to mechanize it to a business or a book series or cartoon series like I'm doing, because this is the burden that is placed on my bloodline. I come from a family of workers and businessmen, and we know how to get things rolling. Shout out to Pops, who showed me the path that a 9-to-5 is not the only way. And I don't hate the 9-to-5. That's one of the reasons why my story has been moving so slow. I'm a UPS driver. I have a very difficult job. I'm thankful for it and I'm grateful for it, but it's very difficult doing this as I'm working on all those things. Like, it's very difficult. Family man, kids, but this does not feel like work to me. This is joy for me. Find your joy, man. I know I said I wanted to talk about my character development, but just because I really don't want to give out too much. But I will say this: whatever you're doing, whatever you're planning, write it down. This is Uncle Josh with Yo Info. Y'all be blessed, man.